All right, we are back. We are moving on to more projects. I'm committing myself to a track day in the silver car. I have a good group of friends that's been trying to get me to do Road America with them for a long time. And I've decided that I'm going to do it. I just need to go do it. So we are going to spend about the next month or so getting the silver car ready. I got a bunch of stuff planned for it. I'm going to be today. First step number one is swapping it back onto coilovers because it's currently on factory struts. So I'm taking the time to go there. We're putting it on the coilovers. We're going to get this thing dialed in handling wise. It's got all new bushings all the way around. Beefier sway bars now. Like, this thing should be an absolute dream on the coilovers. So very excited to do that. I've also got my Avid A1s, whatever ones they are. Don't remember what model, but I've got to repair one of those because I cracked it. And ideally, I would buy a new one, but they're like $200 a piece everywhere that I'm looking at them. So I'm going to repair one of those rims. Then I have a new set of tires coming in for them. Got to do a set of rotors and track pads on this. And if we can get all that done in a timely manner and have time left over, I might put another transmission and clutch in it because I hate this clutch. And the transmission makes noise. So the transmission has been very healthy. I drive the crap out of it and it takes every single bit of it, but I would like a transmission that doesn't make noise, ideally. So we might be putting a transmission and clutch in it too before we go. We'll see where our time gets on there, but yeah, that is my plan though. So October 18th, I will be taking this car to Road America. So wish me luck. It's very doable. The car runs and drives amazing, so I have no concerns in that aspect. So just dial in the suspension and make it drive how I want to. And we're in store for an awesome first track day, really. So yeah, that is my plan. So I'm going to move into jacking this thing up, getting it on jack stands, and start pulling the struts out of it and swap the coilovers back in it. So hopefully get that done this afternoon, take it for a drive tonight. That way I can get an idea of what I want to start adjusting on the coilovers. So luckily they shouldn't be too out of whack. They've been off the car, so there hasn't been any weight settling on the springs to unpreload them or soften the spring, because that happened the one year with them. I parked my car on them, took out of storage, and all the effort I put into setting those up the year before was gone. They were riding very soft. I had to re-preload everything, go through it, and just basically redo everything, which was a pain. So hoping for the fact that they've been off the car is going to help me not have to do that as much, but I know there's still going to be a lot of tweaking. So yeah, you're just going to jump into it, so let's do it. Alrighty, car's up on jack stands. Got the coilovers out. Got everything all cleaned up and the top hat's all lubed. So, ready to go. I'm going to start with the rears, so time to yank the rear seat out and start unbolting this mess. So, yeehaw. Wish me luck.
A few moments later.
Alright, rear seat is out. Good thing the Outback's over here for good roof storage. So, time to get in here. Start getting those bolts loose. I definitely do this a little bit the hard way because I don't take the rear tray off and I leave the seat belts in place, but easily done. The only thing that might be a little hard is my strut bar in here, because I have the Cusco one that does the V in the middle, so I might have to loosen all that up so nothing binds when I go back in. So we'll see what happens, but get these unbolted and then we'll start dropping everything out.
10 seconds later.
Alrighty, top hats are all unbolted, so time to unbolt the bottoms. Get that knocked out quick, so let's get one on the ground. Alright, got one strut out. So, come over here and might as well do the same thing, so another one. There we go. Got this side out now too, so we are ready to start installing the rear coilovers. So yeehaw, get them chucked in there and We'll be moving on to the front here shortly.
A few moments later.
All right, both sides of the rear coilovers are in. Still got the bottom bolts loose because after I go grab the rims, we got to play with the camber on it a bit. So, close my door all the way so my dome light don't stay on. So, time to pop the hood and start playing with these front ones. Front ones should go really quick because I don't got to climb in and out of the car. So, yeah. Luckily, I was able to do those ones pretty easily by myself. Normally, I have someone hold them for me, but minor details. Ooh, should go get an air filter for this thing too. I can't lift it high enough with my head. There we go. There. Yeah, that air filter is, you know, not looking so hot. So we'll probably go grab a new one of them. But either way, time to start on doing the top hats on these ones, and we will get some coilovers out of the front. Well, short little while later, we got our front coilovers all on, all ready to go. I got to take the inner fenders out now and put in these little half shell inner fenders that I have. Also, I guess I didn't mean to, but I am going to put my other Sparco in the driver's side of this. So, yeah, if we're doing it, we might as well go all out, right? But I've got these little front pieces made so that I can just have them protect all the headlight wiring and fog light wiring, so I don't rub on the top half and destroy my good inner fenders. So gonna work on getting those swapped out, go up to the other garage there, and I'll grab my wheels and tires, and next time you see me, we will be playing with wheel fitment. So heck yeah, time to get right to it.
1 minute 37 seconds later.
All right, inner fenders and everything's good to go. So basically it just opens all this up, and I have this section in here to protect all the wiring in front, so then I don't have to worry about rubbing through over here with a nice low car fitment, because hey, we're going track car, but we're still going to look good. So I'm going to go around and play around with the old angle finder now and try and set my camber the best I can. So see what happens. Usually get it pretty close, and then I'll hit my toe set with a tape measure, and we'll go from there. So got my rims and tires up on the bed of the Cummins, got everything swapped out a little while ago, spent some time just picking up all the random rims and tires other than that set. That transmission needs to get yeeted up there. Got a lot of stuff I need to clean up around here as we're getting into fall now. So either way, gonna continue on this, set my camber, get the rims and tires on here, and play around doing a toe set after that, and then go for a drive tonight. So that'll be my goal.
3 hours later.
Oh boy, she is back and looking good. Time to get this thing back on the ground. Well, can't go back on the ground yet. I gotta set the front wheels on some blocks, and then do a toe set on it. The rear can be what it is until we get it on alignment rack, but definitely need to get the front straightened out. So gonna do that quick, at least I remembered, and then get it on the ground. We will throw the Sparco in it and go from there, go for a test drive. So
10 seconds later.
Got myself set up on some blocks here so that there's weight on the tires, and got a little bit of a janky steering wheel prop so that she stays fairly centered as I do this. So yeah, gonna stick a tape measure around her and do some crawling around and get this thing at least eyeballed enough to drive it and enjoy it, and start playing with the coilovers to get this thing dialed in for Road America. So let's get to it. Alright, well, got the tow set all done. Ended up still having to put the jack underneath it. The brick didn't have enough slip to let me adjust it, so took some of the weight off of it. So it's not accurate by any means. But we're getting new tires, so we're just, like I said, we're trying to get a baseline. I want to go for a drive tonight in it and start getting an idea of what I want to adjust and tinker with on it. So yeah, I'm gonna lower this thing off the jack stands now and time to put in Mr. Sparko. So yeehaw, get this thing back on the ground. All right, back on the ground, and ooh, she is looking good. I should have just done this anyway this year. Car just looks too good on these wheels. I really want to get a set of 5 spokes for this car though. That's like my ideal, like in my mind, vision for this car is a really nice set of 5 spokes. So that's why I didn't initially put it on these this year, is I wanted to get a new set of rims and tires for it. And oh, I just realized I haven't put the back seat back in. So we'll get the driver's seat yanked out so we have more room and get that passenger, get that rear seat in there. So, and maybe go get a new air filter, because man, that thing is bad. I didn't realize that. I must have, last time I had I think this thing rotates around. Yeah, it shakes around. So I think last time I looked at it, it was sitting at that angle, which still doesn't look great, but still, yeah. So either way, I'll get a new air filter for it tonight probably. And yeah, start throwing some seats in it. Alright, phase 1 is completely done. Seats are all back in. It's weird seeing a race seat in this car. Feels good though. Obviously took it out of a GC, put it back in a GC, so it feels really good. Really excited to go take this thing for a drive now, so heck yeah. Time to go clean up all my tools and take care of my odds and ends and go for a nice joyride tonight. Yeehaw. This thing just looks killer. I'm excited. Well, just about to my favorite road. And I will absolutely say this car is 100% a night and day difference from the last time it was on these coilovers. The last time I had it on coilovers, it was still factory bushings throughout the whole entire car. It was a little bit of a sloppy mess. It felt clunky, and for not tweaking anything on the coilovers, just bolting them back on the car and doing a tow set. The tow set is amazing. I don't know how I managed that, but absolutely amazing tow set. So we are ready to have some fun and test out the car. Please do not mind the transmission noise. It sounds like garbage, but it somehow performs very well. So this is the number one reason why I want to debate on changing it before we go to Road America. So the clutch is garbage and the transmission is garbage, but the transmission shifts really well. So it is what it is. We're going to do a lot of testing. I've put like 6,000 or 7,000 miles on it. This transmission, so it makes noise. It is what it is. It's only under D-cell though. emotions does to a car. So I'm gonna cut the drive video there and just kind of enjoy myself the rest of the night. So hope everybody enjoyed the little bit of spirited driving there. Catch you back in the driveway soon.